Alright fam, I'm about to take you on a trip to North Korea where we will have to follow the strictest travel rules on our planet. First things first, if you are from the USA, South Korea or Malaysia, it's gonna be really hard to take you. This guy just doesn't like your countries. Unless we get you a special permission from both governments, you will never see North Korea with your eyes. Now, assuming that all of you can make it, we need to check our luggage. Wearing blue denim jeans, piercings or makeup is banned, but most importantly, we cannot take the Bible unless we want to be publicly executed. As we're getting closer to the departure, it's time to check our phones. If they contain any songs, photos or videos that go against their culture or the government, we have to delete them before we even get to the airport. And now, finally, that we are about to take off, we have to be ready for an insane jet lag. Because once we land in North Korea, it won't be 2020 anymore. On planet North Korea, the year is Yusesh 109. 109 is the number of years since their founder Kim Il-sung came into the world. Because North Koreans see their dictators like Christians see Jesus, they started counting years from the first leader. Congrats, we have finally landed. Now we are in North Korea. In this distant city, our tour guide will be breathing down our necks all the time. We have to forget about the joy of solo adventure. We can't ever leave the hotel alone. We can only visit sites and shops allowed by the government, and we absolutely cannot take any photos without the tour guide's permission. I'm not kidding. We have to ask every single time. This rule is so strict that if we take a wrong picture of museum, gallery, soldiers, police or even poor people, authorities can tag us and our tour guide as spies. This strictness is quite depressing, so how about we take a good tour to see some food? Well, about that, meals for tourists are usually controlled. 3 meals a day is considered generous. There is not much access to street food and the cuisine is not diverse at all. Unlike most of the countries, there is no McDonald's in every corner. And just in case it matters to you, condoms and tampons don't exist in North Korea. Locals have somehow survived without them. And speaking of the locals, we should not talk to them. We won't exactly get jailed for it, but talking with a North Korean person could make the government see us as spies. So if we ever see a crowd of North Koreans being loud and friendly with tourists, there are hired actors on the streets who work to cheer up the travelers and show North Korea in a positive light. And we have to do some acting as well. On our strict trip to North Korea, we are required to bow and lay flowers at the many monuments of all the dictators. We can't point our fingers at the statues. We can't joke about the leaders. We can't say anything bad, or we get arrested right on the spot. And the show does not end here. Once we got back to the hotel after a long and quite depressing day, Big Comrade could be watching our every move. Telephones, fax machines, television, you name it, they are all possibly wiretapped. Thank you for coming with me. This was our one day on a controlled and strict trip to North Korea. But these and many more strict laws are the reality of over 25 million North Koreans. And that's why, instead of going there and supporting the show, it is better to stay home and together visit with this video. Because the trip to North Korea is a perfectly crafted lie that we should never support.